Today on International Festival Virtual Edition, we're going to travel to Germany and visit with Randy and Barbara Adams about good food and German fun. And we're going to learn about Barbara's German heritage. Now let's find Germany on our map. Let's go!
My name is Barbara Adams. I've been at St. Cuthbert 34 years.
That's probably right.
I've had the joy of being the music minister there for probably 32 of those 34 years. I love the St. Cuthbert community with their faith and their love for God and their love for each other. St. Cuthbert has been blessed with so many wonderful servants of God.
There's just something special about the worship at St. Cuthbert. Something in the spirit, in the heart of the people, and just the Spirit of the Lord in that place. And to me, nothing compares to it.
We are representing Germany. I think probably the reason we picked Germany is obviously Randy has all of the appropriate attire. My dirndl's a little tight.
Dirndls are supposed to be tight.
My father was the Gysis, and in German would be Giza. And they were right from Germany in the 1840s, probably coming to America in the 1840s, 1850s. And my mother's side was Walther, from CFW Walther family, which was the founders of the Missouri Synod Lutheran Church. Growing up, I always knew I was German, mostly from church. My grandfather was a Lutheran minister. My mother talked a lot about his sermons and the German Christmas they would celebrate and how things were very different than what, say, we do in the United States. They celebrated a very German type Christmas. In other words, the Christ child brought the gifts in her tradition. It would usually be while they were at services on Christmas Eve. I heard stories of my grandfather. Literally, he was running a Sunday school program and 4 services. He lived in the parsonage, but while the kids were in their Sunday school program, he would go home, decorate the tree, wrap the presents, and put them all under the tree in between Sunday school programs and all the preaching he did. They also celebrated the Epiphany, and the kings would bring gifts for each of the 12 days as the kings made their journey to the manger. So that was also a part of my tradition, and we carried that forth with our kids. Being able to tour Germany together, Randy had been there so many times, so he was very excited about showing me all the different places. A wonderful trip. We had such a nice time together on that trip, and I finally got to see some of what he would come home and talk about, but to be able to go and see it in person was just amazing. Greetings and welcome to my kitchen, and we are going to give you a recipe for beer bratwurst. The idea being you want to cook that brat thoroughly so that all the pork is thoroughly cooked and safe to eat, and that happens in the beer. And then as you're browning it on the fire, you don't want to break the casing on a fire that's too hot. That way all that meat juice stays in the pork sausage and you get to enjoy it with your sauerkraut and your mustard and your chewy bun. And it has become one of our favorites, definitely an Oktoberfest treat. What we do is take a nice, beautiful Texas sweet onion. We're gonna slice it real thin, and we're gonna put this in with the beer. And then what we'll do is we'll have sauerkraut, but we'll also have boiled in beer onions, also mixed with our sauerkraut on the brat. You can use basically any inexpensive beer. Usually a 6-pack is enough for 10 to 15 brats. And once that's hot enough, we'll add those brats in there one at a time and get those cooked 3 or 4 minutes. We'll just kind of give that a little stir. The bubbles from the beer are starting to release, which is normal. That's that alcohol cooking off. So we've got this beer boiling up really nice, which is what you want it to be before you add these brats. Count them when I'm pulling them out, because I've been known to leave one in there. Our boiling has stopped, but this will come back to a boil, and once it does, we'll know our brats are firm. All right, these brats are ready to go on the grill. Randy, you ready to put these on?
Yeah. And remember that they're already cooked on the inside. So really all we want to do is just brown them up a little bit. It's easy to overcook them. I've got these set to medium heat. When Barbara brought out the brats, I let out a yell in the house. I should only reserve that yell for outside. That's called a yukits. And it's basically the word you hey. You go yo. That's a yukits. Yeah, and we don't do that inside. That's very uncouth. Shame on me. I was just overcome with excitement when I saw those beautiful brats.
So this would be our quintessential German Oktoberfest meal. We have mustard potato salad, we have our red cabbage, we have coleslaw, and this is an apple coleslaw with blue cheese. And then we have, of course, our wonderful brats. St. Cuthbert is an amazing family. We are so blessed to be a part of everyone there. We love you all. Just being able to call you family is a treasure to us. We hope that our family will continue to grow. We hope that this COVID-19 won't keep us apart long term. In the meantime, we're thankful that you're watching online, and we're thankful that we get to be together in the church for those who are able to do so.
I want to say also that, you think about a little Episcopal church in the suburbs, but you walk in, and the warmth of the community is there. The first thing you see when you walk in the sanctuary is the sanctuary lined with flags of all these different countries, and we really truly are an international community. And it's such a beautiful thing and such a blessing and a privilege to get to be a part of a congregation like that, to have people that I call my friends and brothers and sisters in Christ that are from so many different parts of the world like that. What a true blessing.